Yo, what is good? My anime faithful, what is good, yo? If you guys are from my video on basketball and you heard the end of it, I said I was gonna record this maybe later today if it came out late, but here we are. Plunderers. Um, I I had a misunderstanding with the guy with the ice power. He, crazily enough, seems like the actual good guy in this trio. And when I say the good guy, I mean he's at least not as bad as this girl who is making what I think probably some moves on her own to get even in a better position to get what she wants across. And that's super unfortunate for our characters as a whole, which actually might be the real reason why the ace thing happens in the first place. I'm guessing at this point in time, there could be a higher up above this blonde haired guy, and he's just, the. I mean, there might not be, right? I'm just saying, the way that they're acting is since something's happened in a battle or like they've been tricked in some way, shape, or form when we get the radio call, they make it seem like there's going to be no other choice but retaliation. And if there isn't retaliation, somehow it's still going to happen, right? And that was the weird part to me is if he's the true commander of everything, all the stuff, and he has the say of if they're actually going to fight after this or if they're not going to fight, then it feels like he should be in a situation to still be able to handle not going into battle, so to speak. But that honestly didn't feel like the energy he started giving as soon as he kind of figured out what one of his subordinates were up to, rather wanting to have these people duke it out than just sit here and keep working on different types of animals to try to make a weapon of the ace caliber when really they just wanted, well, she just wanted to use these humans who seemingly could be more capable because of their DNA, but she still clearly doesn't know what the side effects are going to be. So that's the true problem with it, with the guy who wants these kids to not just hear his words, but to be able to actually follow through with what he was saying in the case of having an army that doesn't kill. When we know for a fact, if this future comes to pass, he fails that miserably, right? So it's almost as if the true person that needs to be targeted in this whole situation is is the man who actually wants, things to not happen for the kids, to pretty much stay as they are and learn to just be stronger with whatever they learn from him and continue to learn from him instead of actually going through with the experiment, which I expected him to be like all on board. Like he couldn't wait for the moment to start using these kids to see if they turn into the aces. But maybe after seeing Nana actually be made in the case of her being an ace already, the first ace, knowing the process and knowing the death toll that could come with it, that's kind of what this pink haired girl is kind of keeping out. She's like, oh, she knows for a fact that they succeeded in making an ace. And for some odd reason now, we know it works on humans and not rats, so why are we not trying to perfect what we've already done? We have someone that can travel into the future, I believe is what, yeah. She could travel into the future, and, why aren't we trying to make others around her and not wasting our time? Which is really smart because it does feel like a huge waste of time if you know what already has succeeded and what has not, what's failed multiple times. And why are we still doing the failing stuff? I like that she's kind of the reason why, we're seeing this protective and almost dad-like quality from this dude who I completely thought was probably going to be heartless, disgustingly powerful. Because we got to remind you as well, the people who that guy, the Sherman guy has, are the ones in the black suits that showed up and straight up were capable of smiling with a big grin on their face and taking people's life with no effort, right? Just pull the trigger, boom, the thing's done. I just thought about it. Oh my God. Wow, that just blew my own mind. I'm a weirdo. When I just said that they were sent, like these people were pretty much sent to fight, right? Like the girl who was an ace who pretty much pushed Lich to become what he is supposed to be. What if that is her from closer to the past, in the case of when he's sending them, they still have all these weapons, they still have all this stuff, but somehow they, at the end of the changing the whole future or whatever, because going back to the past, what if they just find out a way to make Nana send them to the future, and she's the true one we gotta try to like save at the end of the day, because if she exists in, present and past, anything that happens to her with that type of information getting out to the enemies, they could use it for whatever, means they see fit. So that does seem troublesome for our girl. So now I'm really interested in how they're going to wind up using this time travel. And the last thing I want to talk about is one of the best things that came out of this was watching Jail pretty much fight his his dad, his adopted like father, and that guy really not even, being aware that that would probably happen in his lifetime, right? So he gets to meet a son he adopted, or at least someone that's adopted into his family, not knowing what he has now or did have. We get at least to see what he would be like if he was at this age. And I thought he was a cool character, even though we didn't get to see much of him. Like, the much we saw of him, he was like gone instantly. But I look forward to knowing more about him if we actually can get some cool stuff like this in the backstory about him. But overall, I hope you guys are having an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I apologize that this video is a little bit shorter. If you want to talk about anything I didn't go over, hit me up in the comments section for sure. I just got to get ready for work, and the quicker I get ready, the better off I am getting there on time. So, with all that being said, everybody, take care, and I hope you have a good one. Peace.